Morning Sunshine's Pokemon News Time. Today we're going to look at some really cool information about Pokemon Legends Arceus, such as file size. It is actually bigger than Pokemon Sword and Shield. We're also going to look at a giveaway thing that's going on at the moment that has actually just ended at Best Buy, but you guys are still going to get a chance to get in on that. And then we're also going to look at some other things, like a special leak that came from over 3 months ago that actually correctly predicted 3 things already revealed in Pokemon Legends Arceus. So let's look at it, because there's a lot of new information involved in that too. Alright, so first up is this. This is the Best Buy event that was giving away Gmax crystals for you guys to be able to pop and put in a raid den in one of the abandoned tower in the wild area to get either one of this, either the Gmax Eevee or the Gmax Pikachu. That is officially over. However, our channel mod Miss Mimi over on Twitter is going to select 20 random people over here. If you guys want to check out at Miss Mimi, Miss Mimikyu with double underscore there, you can, and you'll be able to get your hands on one of these. Well, at least you have a good chance out of 20 of people here. I mean, this is not going to be a busy giveaway, not really. So drop a little comment or whatever and follow this, and you'll be able to get your hands on one of these if you already missed this event. Now, we did cover this event when it was starting and showed you how to get it back when it was new and all that stuff, but it's officially over now. So if you guys did not know about it or did miss out on it, this is your backup. As for our giveaway with the shiny Zacian and Zamazenta, that is still ongoing, and we will extend it as needed, but currently the minimum length of time this is going to go on for is this Friday. That's minimum. If it's still busy and people are still in high demand for this, we're going to extend it another week if necessary, and it's a lot quieter than it was for the first weekend, guys. So get in there if you haven't been able to get it yet, and that applies to both the members and the freebies, guys. You can totally get your hands on these. It's a lot easier now during the week, so give it a shot. Give it a shot if you haven't gotten them yet. So we've gotten a new image of Arceus from Pokemon Legends Arceus here in one of the download file things that they give you, little download leaflets or whatever, download cards that you'll be able to get for the digital copy, and it has a glowing Arceus right here. Now this is going to tie in very carefully with a leak we're about to show you, which was potentially fake, but happened to get 3 things quite correct well in advance. So I'll go into that in just a sec, but as you can see here, the glowing form of Arceus might indicate it has a new form. That's really important. Now, of course, we also didn't even know, technically speaking, if Arceus was going to be featured until it was confirmed for us much later. And like, we know the game is called Legends Arceus, so it's a safe assumption, but we did not see anything about Arceus in any of the trailers so far yet. But now we do have a picture verifying that his presence is there and in all his glowing exposure glory. But it's very interesting that he is glowing. So let's get into some of the reasons why. But first, actually, speaking of downloads, so here we have some new information for the download cards, and it actually shows us straight up that the download size file for Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl is 10 gigabytes right here, and for Legends Arceus it's 7 gigabytes. And again, we get the images here. We get some new images from in-game too, so that's kind of nice. However, we do get some new information on top of that. It looks like the actual file itself is going to require 12.6 gigabytes of space. That may include save space as well as the actual just game, which is probably going to be 7 gigabytes. So Centro actually comes up straight away and says, no, it's not even 7 gigabytes, even though that's exactly what it says on the actual card, the official card that we just looked at, which was right here. It straight up says 7 gigs here, but I guess it's not including certain things that we may be required, like having space for save files, which we'll be including, and that will bring it to 12.6 gigabyte. And putting it at 12.6 gigabytes does in fact make it bigger than Sword and Shield. Oh my god, this is Sword and Shield with the expansion pass, 12.4 gigabytes. Very interesting. Alright guys, that's going to bring us to the last one here, which is this from PokeLeaks from 97 days ago, marked as a potential fake, but also including more information. Now, I'm going to go through the entire thing on screen, which you can read in your own time and digest in your own time, but we're going to focus on the couple of things that he got right in this. There's a load of information and details about how the games are going to work, Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl as well as Legends Arceus. Mostly Legends Arceus, however, it does seem to make a connection between Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl to suggest that those games are going to be connected in a sense that you're going to be able to bring the 2 box legendaries from Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl over to Pokemon Legends Arceus, and something about forms and such. So there's actually kind of ties in with something we just looked at in a second ago too. So looking at the things that he got right, he got the Guardian Pokemon thing right here, explaining that they're stronger, kind of like sumo totems or something like that. It's pretty interesting. But also down here, the really big meat of it all, which is in the second last line here, he says that there are Sinnoh forms for these Pokemon right here. Now that is interesting. Okay, that's very interesting because first of all, he calls them Sinnoh forms instead of Hisuian forms, but he goes into Decidueye, Typhlosion, and Samurant, the starters we're going to be getting the evolution forms, which everyone is speculating about and seems to be tied into the actual Chinese Riddler leaks too at the moment, which came a lot later than this post. But we also have Meowth, we also have Growlithe line, which is correct, straight up correct, which was revealed to us. We have the Scyther line, which is odd one since he calls it Scyther line, but we know we're getting Cleaver, and that was much more recently revealed. We only know Cleaver at the moment, and as far as we know, normal Scyther is going to be in the game. However, I don't know. I mean, are we going to be able to get a different form Scyther as well? That would be a little strange. We do know you can get Vulpix and Alolan Vulpix, for example, in Pokemon Sword and Shield, and same thing for some other form Pokemon like that. So, I mean, I wouldn't put it amiss that you can get both different types of forms in one game. People seem to point to trailers and say, no, there's the Cantonian form. That's definitely confirmation we're not going to get another form of that Pokemon. I don't know about that. I don't know if that's good enough confirmation at all, considering in Pokemon Sword and Shield you can get a ton of different forms all together, side by side, of the same Pokemon. So, there you go. Scyther line. So let's wait and see on that one. He goes on to say Dunsparce, one that people have been trying to guess at as well, which may be present on the actual Chinese Riddler release as well, and I'll show you that in a sec. Nincada line, Zoroark, which was correct. Another big correct one, the most recent reveal to us, Zoroa and Zoroark. So the interesting part about this one is he doesn't say Zoroa line. He doesn't say Zoroark line. He just says Zoroark, which is obviously different from Scyther line and Growlithe line. Growlithe line being the most accurate way to describe this. I don't know if this is just like a hiccup from typing away on the keyboard and just kind of changing the phrasing of it or whatever, but I mean, that's straight up 3 correct, right? So that's kind of a weird coincidence right here. And then Wimpod line, Suicune, Entei, and Raikou 2. That's really all that we're going to focus on right here. There is one more thing. But first, let's have a quick look at the Chinese Riddler leaks for the Dunsparce here. Alright, so this is the Chinese Riddler leak. We've looked at this a couple of times already. Some things are kind of obvious for what we can take out of this. This being Voltorb Electrode for the Hisuian forms, of course. People are suspecting this is going to be either the Frostlass or the evolution, maybe a Ghost Fire type evolution of Cyndaquil. This was the Zoroa, because one of the characters in this anime is called Zoro, which is supposed to give away Hisuian Zoroa and Zoroark. This one is Kotori from Love Live with a strong, bulky body. And of course, the big impact on this one is the color scheme being blatantly Kotori, small bird Pokemon. That is Rowlet, with the same colors and everything going on there. And Rowlet is, of course, a small bird, which is from the meaning of Kotori, this girl's name in Japanese. So, interesting now. This is the Dunsparce one I'm looking at here. This could be very much a Steel-type Dunsparce right here. The original Riddler said that this, the typing of the Pokemon is evident from this picture, and this only the typing that you can get from this is Steel-type. And it's kind of a worm sort of thing, which is Dunsparce, okay? So possibly Dunsparce on that one. As for the rest, there's a lot going on here. I mean, there's a lot of things you can talk about. This is supposed to be just like a Japanese riddle thing. And this right here is supposed to be a Japanese kanji. Now, I think I know what kanji they're referring to right here, but I cannot show that on a YouTube video because it has remarkable similarities to something that Western culture is extremely sensitive to. So I'm not going to be able to show that to you guys and discuss it on the YouTube video, I'm afraid, because I will get banned. No joke. It's just kanji. It's just a part of the Chinese and Japanese language. But I know the internet, guys, so we're not able to show that, I'm afraid. Sorry. So he actually talks about something else here that's very important, and that is new forms. Right here, we're looking at Arceus in the place called Hall of Origin, which he suggests is a new dimension area that we're going to be visiting in Pokemon Legends Arceus after we collect 18 plates. And he says that Arceus is going to have a different form called Origin form, like Giratina. Very interesting, because that kind of ties in to what we just saw in the official picture of Legends Arceus, and that being Arceus himself glowing. Whether or not, like, we know he doesn't have an evolution, but perhaps he's glowing because he's changing form, which is very similar to having an evolution. Guys, let me know what you thought of that, and let me know what your theories are down below for any of the new typings or any of the Riddler leaks too. As we know, the Riddler leaks were a very exciting point of things, reveals that came to us for Pokemon Sword and Shield a long back when before the game was actually released. And now we got the same thing going on for Pokemon Legends Arceus. I'm really looking forward to seeing what new stuff they do with this game. Absolutely. I think paying attention to the Riddler leaks is going to be key to this, because they didn't let us down before. So hopefully it is the same person and all that stuff. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching this. Drop a sub if you want to keep on top of all the latest riddles and news. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, guys, bye.